Ahoy fellas, Joey is gonna win at your service. Today is, I believe, I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's going to, or I don't remember. I don't remember what the original schedule was, whether today was usually, Fridays usually being upper back or core. I believe it was usually upper back, but today I'm going to be doing core. Today is the 26th. I actually got it wrong yesterday. Guess I got it wrong a couple times. Today is the 26th, so we're going to be doing weighted sit-ups. Always love those. These you can go pretty heavy on, just because it's the core. So I think what I will do is 25 pounds. Let's shoot for 15 reps in a set, and let's just do as many reps as many sets as I can. I also adjusted the camera a bit. Let me put it like that. I think that'll be a bit more dead on. Sorry about that. But I did adjust the camera a little bit just so I don't have to move the entire frickin' couch. Oh, let's get started. Nice start. I saw some fucked up shit today, actually. I mean, that's not surprising. I go into iFunny Collective. There's shit in there that I'll be taking to my grave. But today I learned that there's a new Escape from Tarkov DLC. I never played the game just because I'm not the biggest fan of those permadeath things, and I don't like losing resources. I also just don't like using them in general in games. That's on me. I hoard shit like a dragon. But apparently there's a $250 DLC. Which is retarded, because I don't think even Tarkov is worth $40, let alone a DLC being $250. If that's not a red flag from a game company to stop supporting a product, I don't know what is. But the real issue, well, that's probably the real issue, but a big contributing factor to the issue is that apparently they sold a DLC kind of season pass where it said, you know, you will have access to all future DLCs. And this isn't included in it. Even though it's downloadable content for Tarkov. From what I understand, it contains a single player mode, but it also contains stuff that changes the base game in a really impactful way that gives you access to things that are really strong. It's pay to win, basically. So you need to cough up $250 even though you already bought something that said you would get all future DLC. It's pretty wild, and I'm actually quite interested in it. Not because I actually care about Tarkov, but because I quite enjoy legal semantics and all that stuff. I enjoy a lot of that legal stuff. And when I see something like this, I like to kind of go through the exact details of how things play out, because there are terms and services, there are legal things laid out. So I enjoy going through and just seeing how it would hold up. I'm not a lawyer, but I have a very logical brain. So going through and just, okay, well, there's this, 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 and this. And you said this, 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 and this. Therefore, innocent or not. And their whole defense is basically, well, this doesn't actually count as DLC. Which is categorically false. Because let's think about this. DLC means downloadable content. Technically, every game on Steam is downloadable content. Every game. Because it's content that you download. So that's already right out. But even if you want to get into the semantics of what's the word? There was a word for it. It was the direct meaning versus the implied meaning. What it's come to be understood as versus what it objectively is. Shit. It's right on the tip of my tongue, I can't remember. But even if you want to discuss it in terms of that, DLC is usually associated with adding on to a base game, content that doesn't really stand on its own, so it's added onto a base. Great example for this, Skyrim Dawnguard DLC. Even better, Hearthfire DLC. One quest line, only a few areas that wouldn't work on its own in its own independent game. I don't think anybody would buy the Elder Scrolls Hearthfire. But a $5 DLC, a $5 addition to a game, it fits a lot better. Or horse armor. So, with that being said, does this qualify? Does this new Tarkov DLC count as that? And it does. Apparently, like I said, it has a single player mode, which, granted, could have been its own standalone game, but they didn't. It's added onto Tarkov. You need to buy Tarkov in order to play the single player mode, even if you bought that $250 DLC. That could have easily been fixed and just its own separate thing, but they didn't do that. By requiring Tarkov first, and I don't know if Tarkov you have to pay for and actually buy, or if it's a free-to-play game with stuff like that, but regardless, it needs a base game for it to operate, meaning that's DLC. On top of that, even if you remove the single-player mode, there are still things that impact the base game of Tarkov. New items, things like that, from my understanding, which still counts as DLC. So they're kind of fucked. And apparently they're trying to go back and retroactively change things, descriptions of things, that kind of stuff. The only problem is that's usually archived with whatever service you're using. Whether it's on Steam and you're changing that, those changes are usually saved and remembered. Or even something that just works generally, like the Wayback Machine. You can't scrub that forever. So I very much believe they don't have a legal leg to stand on. I'm not a lawyer, again, but you know, if you want to sue, you absolutely can, because that is fraud. You have every right to demand your money back for that initial DLC that said you get all further content going forward. You have every right to that. And the fact that they're doubling down and not only not issuing refunds or not giving what they promised for the price, and instead are going back and changing things, that's fraud. That is very criminal. They are trying to defraud many people. And I don't think you should support that. I don't think anybody should support that company when that's like the biggest red flag. They are absolutely, they don't care. They are sinking their ship for as much money as they can. It's like they're pulling the plug and they just want to get out of the game industry and they just want to get as much money as they can in this last hurrah. I say don't let them. I say give them hell, get your money back, stop giving them any more. Don't give them any attention on Steam, mass download, all that good stuff. They're really letting their true colors show here. something else I actually did want to talk about. Now, I know I'm a pretty small-time YouTuber, right? So, I don't have big numbers, I don't have a lot of the stuff going on. Here's the thing though, I don't really care about that. I make these workout videos for two reasons. One, maybe I can help someone, and two, I like working out, might as well make the most of it. With that being said, I don't really care if I get a lot of engagement. I don't really care if I get a lot of watch time. I don't really care if I get a lot of likes. I don't really care if I get a lot of comments. So with that being said, don't be fucking creepy in my comments. Yesterday I had a comment on my video. Really fucking creepy, really weird. Which was, in all caps, OMG. There might have even been 2 G's, I don't remember. A pant change I can't handle. Which is weird. Of all the things you can engage with about my content, about what's actually happening, you focus on what clothes I'm wearing. And you're talking like most people would imagine a chronically online young woman to be acting like, right? Stereotypically. OMG, cannot handle, terrible punctuation, terrible grammar, all that good stuff. From an account where the profile pic is a grown, overweight man in a tutu with a cigar, and the handle is like Fat Fairy or whatever, and an account that only has maybe 6 videos on it, last uploaded 2 years ago, and the description is fat guy of the channel is basically fat guy trying to lose weight and show exercises to do that. Yeah, that's fucking creepy. That's fucking creepy. I will remove those comments, I will report those comments, because that's fucking creepy. A 40-year-old overweight man who depicts himself as being in a tutu, talking like a 20-year-old girl, is weird and creepy. And if you have a problem with that, get the fuck out, because I don't care. You strike me as some kind of menace, as why would you talk like that? Why would, of all the things you can comment on, like, I've gotten comments before, and I appreciate them, I love them. This is people saying like, oh, you're rocking a bit too much, your form needs a bit more work. Oh, that's pretty insightful, I appreciate that. Of all the things you can comment on, and how you can comment it, and you do it like that, that's creepy. You should stop. You should stop. And if you don't want to stop, get out. And not just on my channel, but on other channels as well. Most people won't tolerate that. I sure as shit won't. absolutely shameless. And you know, just in general, people that don't, you know, grown 40-year-old men trying to act like just childish and weird like that. That's creepy. It's like a grown man, you know, wearing a diaper and playing with toys. It's you're not a child. Why are you acting less mature than a 20-something-year-old college student? What's wrong with you? Get out. But yeah, so I have no qualms with people who want to, you know, come in and chat. I have no qualms with people who want to engage, people who want advice, people who want, you know, who are curious about something, or have pointers for not just me, but for other people who wish to learn, who look at my videos and say, wow, okay, that's pretty good. Or do the comments say, oh, he's doing a bit of rocking, this comment points out. All right, then I should keep that in mind when I do my workouts. What's wrong with you? This isn't an OnlyFans. Why are you being creepy? Go get your fetish fucking material somewhere else. So, with that being said, I will probably just remove creepy comments like that. And you can try to defend them all you want. Ultimately, I don't care. Like I said, I don't need to do this for a job. I don't need to do this for the engagement. It's nice when it works out. I appreciate it. No, don't need it. So, yeah. Probably going to do one more. A nice 5 sets, 15 reps each. And then I'll call it for today. I got a good bit of work to get going. Pretty good workout for today, fellas. Let me know how you did down in the comments. Like I said, I do appreciate when people engage with my actual content. And I like hearing how people work out and hearing how people are improving themselves. With that being said though, I hope you had a good time. I hope to see you here again, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.